Hello everyone and welcome to my Life 2K Centillions setup. I spent the past day and a half working on it. It seems to do fine. I have hopefully proof enough that this does in fact get Centillion. I have 2 ores left because I had a slight mistake happen earlier with an auto clicker removing a few items. But this does get me Centillion. And I'm gonna tell you this now. I'm going to use the basic furnace for this video. You can use another furnace. I would recommend, since this is supposed to be for 2K plus, using Dark Eliminator. As, if I'm correct, if you click the button, it'll do a 5K multiplier. So, that's pretty decent. But, as you can see, I have a little bit of extra room here. So if you want to use a different furnace that happens to fit, you can. I'm not saying you have to use this furnace, but I'm just recommending it. I'm also going to tell you that this does use a blaster loop, but it also has no exotics, no collectibles, no enchants, and no superstitious items. But there's a blaster loop. And I'm telling you this now, I'm using Dragon Blaster. You can use a Dragon Glass Blaster if you have one, or if you happen to have a Hydra. If you're a high life doing this, you can use that. But if you are using a Hydra, try putting shielded conveyors or something on here so the ores don't go flying around. But I'm just going to use Dragon Blaster because it's the worst of the 3. And I just wanted to use this one because most of you, and not most of you, but some people say they have bad blaster luck. So I'm using the worst one I can. I would use the normal big bad blaster, but most people should have a Dragon Blaster. Now, I am using one platform only, simply because I just didn't have enough room. I wish I could do it without a platform, but that's just not going to happen. So, I'm going to go through what I did now. I'm also going to tell you, before I do that, I'm going to tell you this. If you have Executive Game Pass, go ahead and do this now. Get glass wall segments, and go to any corner, and place 3. And remove the first 2 you place, and just build a wall around the base like this. As this will get rid of the Executive Game Pass base increase. So just put it all the way around now. So just a disclaimer. Anyways, it's time. I'm going to start showing you what I did. I start off with a platform in the corner. I took glass wall segments like this. I have enough space here, 2 by 2, I guess. Yeah. Wall segments here, and then a third one here. I'm just going to start doing that because it seems easier that way. I put a transponder. I'm using plasma and unstable. If you don't have unstable, just use a basic conveyor. It's no big deal. It just makes it go a little bit faster, but not much. Then another plasma here. Centering conveyor, glass wall segments to act like a wall, obviously, so it doesn't fly off. Or transponder again, and then I'm using a reversible conveyor. Now, I'm going to tell you this now, if you place it, you're not going to be, unless, as of right now of making this, you're not going to be able to click the button, because platforms are glitched. In the future, you might be able to just, click it easily. But if you are placing it, I would recommend either resetting your character after you finish the setup, or just rejoining the game if that doesn't work, and then you should be able to click the button. Now, after the reversible conveyor, I have another unstable, which you can use a basic, or you can use a hydraulic unstable, but I personally don't want to because the little legs go all the way down. Then I have another transponder, a plasma conveyor, and then another unstable conveyor with a glass wall segment, and then another transponder. And right here, Molten Forge, connected to the unstable or basic, depending on what you use. Centering conveyor going this way, another centering, just so it doesn't get stuck right here. And I have 2 basic conveyors right there. I'm using Dragon Glass Mine. You can really use any mine you want as long as it's a normal ore size, because it is capping out at 1 decillion from this. So after that, I have 3 centering conveyors going this way, a Fram Bombarder, and then I have glass wall segments like this. So take one, put it right here next to the platform. Not under it, but like connected to it. Then it just drops down onto a centering conveyor. And then I have, I think, 5 centering conveyors going this way. And then I have one going this way into a premium tracker. Then I have a conveyor ramp. And then I'm having my blaster loop, which is weird. I'll tell you this now. Like I said earlier, you could use a full shield conveyor if you want to, but I'm just not going to. I don't really need it. Anyways, I'm gonna show you one last time what it kind of looks like. I'm gonna let you maybe pause the video here if you need to like copy this down. Alright. Now, for the blaster loop, I have the ramp going in. Yeah, so 5 centering, and 1 centering goes this way. Premium tracker, ramp. I have 2 glass wall segments here. I have 4 on this side. And then I have 1 glass wall segment here. Dragon Blaster. Like I said earlier, you can use a different blaster if you want to. If you have a better one, go ahead. But like I said earlier, I wouldn't really recommend using Hydra if you have it, as it will blow up more ore. So you can either use Dragon Glass or Dragon Blaster. So control gate, I recommend the little gate thing on this side, but it don't really matter. Then I have another glass wall segment here, 3 glass wall segments there, and then 2 reverse walls like so, with a orange teleporter center. It's like 1 off the edge of the base, like up against this platform, well, this wall segment. Alright. Now, inside, I just have 4 glass wall segments in the middle. Well, 8 glass wall segments in the middle. I have 4 unstable conveyors, hydraulic unstable. I have base conveyor for the turns. 2 more basic. 4 more basic. Okay. Let me not get pushed around. Okay, 2 here, basic. So it's just basic conveyors in the corners, and the rest are hydraulic unstable. It's kind of hard to just stand here. Oh, that's perfect. As soon as I say that, I get a perfect spot. So, like I said, conveyor ramp. On the side of the conveyor ramp, I have 2 glass wall segments. And then glass wall segments on the outside. 8 in the middle. Hydraulic unstable. Now, after that, like I said, goes to this center. This is 1 off the base and touching this glass wall segment. After that, I have a premium tracker, so it gets the tag back after replicators that are after the resetters. Not after, but a part of the resetter line. Then I'm using a centering conveyor with a portable ore stopper on that side, on the left side. Cryogenic upgrader, conveyor ramp with a flamethrower on the left side, or the outer side. Heat condenser, ore roaster, Freon spray. Then I have 3 basic conveyors going down with portal ore stoppers on that side, the whole side of it. I'm using a center conveyor, so it pushes it a little bit this way, so it's not getting stuck, not stuck, but like it's not skipping this loop and going directly to the next one. Then I have, after that center conveyor, I have another reversible. I have a center conveyor again with conveyor walls on both sides of it. Industrial ore welder. And for both industrial ore welders, I have 2 triple coal mines with a hydraulic ramp down. You could just use a conveyor, but I would say just use hydraulic ramp down, as it makes sure it helps get that 3rd coal from this side and it not get stuck on ore roaster. So after the first industrial ore welder, you have the hydraulic unstable with another industrial ore welder. Same thing with the coal. Then I have a half conveyor, as I just need it there. It's not going to be perfect. Second cryogenic upgrader. And then I have 3 basic conveyors with another unstable conveyor, so it pushes it fast enough to hit this stopper. I have these 3 ore stoppers as it worked earlier, but now it seems to just not go far enough. I could swap this, but I don't think it's the best thing to do. So you can put these as stoppers here if you want, but you don't really need to. But I would recommend, just in case it goes, the ore goes fast and falls off. There's a wall there. So this is the first loop. Let me get a magnificent torch. Place it down, just so you can sort of see. That's the first loop. If you want to stop, you can. Remember, that's a half conveyor right there. That's very important, as it fills in that gap. Alright, moving on, we have the hydraulic unstable into an ore elevator. We got our ore binder, down to 2 mini upgraders. Another ore elevator. The mini upgrader is on the right side of it, the center. So don't place it like this, place it this way. Then I have a way up high right turn with a microwave on the side of it. Ore recliner going down. I have my statue knowledge here. You can remove it if you want, or if you don't have it, you don't need it. But if you do have it, go ahead and place it. It's another little upgrade, but it's not detrimental to the setup. Then I have an ore zapper, spectral upgrader, with a reversible conveyor. Spectral is on the right side of the reversible conveyor. Then I have a military grade. You could use a basic. I just happened to pull out a military grade. Then I have a hydraulic unstable going into a new ore elevator into the next loop. So let me quickly stand here, so if you need to pause the video, you can copy this loop. Alright, so you have your ore elevator, you have your endpoint refiner, and then you have 3 centering conveyors. So it's not going to be perfectly aligned, it's going to be splitting 2 centering conveyors right here. So you got 3, I put a little conveyor wall there, because why not? Then I have a hydraulic ramp up, a hydraulic centering conveyor, which is raised by 1, if I'm correct. Hydraulic ramp up, raised by 1. Another hydraulic centering, raised by 2, and then hydraulic ramp up, raised by 2. Then it falls into an ore steamer, reversible conveyor, and then another centering with a conveyor wall on this side. There's another half conveyor right there, as I just need something small to fill, and then another conveyor wall. Underneath here I have a satellite beam lined up so it's on the centering part of this conveyor. Just so another little upgrade, as I didn't have anywhere to put it in the setup. So let me grab a magnificent torch and zoom out. Also the orbital upgrader. Probably noticed that already. I forgot to say it, but there's orbital upgrader on the side. So if you need to pause the video, here's your chance to. And I'm gonna move on now. Also, if you did pause the video, remember satellite beam. It's under there. Alright, so the reversible conveyor, half conveyor, ore elevator. I have 2 repulsion devices going this way, with a way up high right turn, a normal raised conveyor, raised ear conveyor, way up high conveyor, I guess they should rename that. Way up high right turn again. Then I think this is 6 or 7. 6 repulsion devices. Then I got myself a green tea latte. If I'm correct, that is 500, right? 20, alright, cool. I don't know why I said 500, I'm gonna say sub 2k. Alright. 2 more repulsion devices. Alien relic. I have an ore hoister, so we use the way up high part of it. I have a conveyor wall down here in case it does happen to fall down, it doesn't go all the way, and it will boost it back up. I have a vortex chamber with the way up high going on the right side of it. Drops down onto a normal conveyor ramp. Well, normal large conveyor ramp. Not the conveyor ramp with the little converter, but just the new large conveyor ramp. I have 2 portal flamethrowers on the side of it. Not completely on the side, but like right there. Then I have 3 aerogel refiners, so I can get the most from it. I have a Fran sprayer. Then I have 3 hydraulic ramp upgraders. We have a hydraulic centering, dropping down into a Big Bertha. Let me move that. So it's only one underneath the hydraulic centering. Not like right next to it, but it's underneath by 1. Then I have an ion field here for another little upgrade. So after Big Bertha, we have ourselves a hydraulic duality refiner. Just the conveyor part of it. The way up, well, the under part is over here after the astral setter. So astral setter, we got ourselves a conveyor over here with the second hydraulic duality raised up, and then we have a hydraulic teleporter center using a glass wall right here to act like a wall so it doesn't go past it. Alright, so hydraulic teleporter. I might have to work backwards on this one. Alright, let's do this. Magnificent torch. Hopefully that'll work right here. Alright, that does work. Alright, so let's see if I can show from here. Take a glass wall segment, place it like 5 away or so. Place it where there's a 5 stud gap between this and the green tea latte. And it's right up against the edge of the base, as these wall segments act like the edge. So glass wall segment here should be able to place 5 magnificent torches. That's very bright. We should be able to place a 5 magnificent torches as a gap right there. I did not mean to remove that mag. Well, I could. Let me remove this one actually. Alright, so from this glass wall segment, I have a centering conveyor, 2 of them, and on the second one I have conveyor walls. I also have 5 free fall upgraders, and the lowest one I think is raised by 3. No, raised by 2. Let's see. Should be raised by 2. It is raised by 2. So the lowest one is raised by 2, and there's 5 of them there. Then I have myself some hydraulic ramps down. I think it's like 4. Yep, 4 hydraulic ramps down with a stratospheric refiner up here. Another hydraulic ramp upgrader. And then the centers right there. So I have to work backwards on this one, as can't really just guess with this part. So once again, 5 free fall upgraders, 4 hydraulic ramp up. My bad, it's 4. 5 hydraulic ramp down. I'm going up, so I think up. Alright, stratospheric refiner, hydraulic ramp upgrader going up, and then this receiver. Alright. Both sides of the center conveyor, we have 2 glass wall segments, and then the one right there. After that, we have ourselves a plasma scanner. Currently, it's broken, I guess, where the scanner doesn't actually move. So in the future, it should be moving, unless they decide to keep it this way. But I'm gonna just throw that there for now. After that, we have ourselves a mineral wheel, then a saturated catalyst. After that one, we got 3 hydraulic ramps up, and a hydraulic conveyor. On the side of this, starting, sort of right there, yeah. can kind of tell where is this place. It's right there. The beam of the ion field is on the last hydraulic ramp up in the middle of it. So it falls down into a Newtonic corridor. The Newtonic thing. The Newtonic upgrader. Then we have ourselves an Azure Spore with 2 professional upgraders into a ore sender. The blue one, or teleporter. Then we have the receiver over here. And see the best way to show you its location. Let's grab glass segments. So from the pillar, it should be 6. You should be able to place 4 glass wall segments and then place the teleporter receiver. Try to keep the teleporters the same color as I'm using. Keep it as a blue one so we don't get confused. Alright, so remember 4 glass wall segments and then the teleporter receiver. After that, I'm using a centering conveyor, 2 portable flamethrowers on the side of it, chemical refiner, into a nuclear chamber, freon sprayer to put out the fire, maintenance supporter to put out the poison effect. Then we have a robotic enhancer and then another maintenance supporter. You got 2 more professional upgraders. Then we got a drone upgrade, 2 hydraulic ramps up, hydraulic conveyor, falling down into an overhang upgrader. There's 1 underneath the conveyor, ore eliminator. And we got ourselves plenty of hydraulic ramps up. It looks like it's 6, so 6 hydraulic ramps up. After that, it drops 3 hydraulic ramps down. It's not completely on the edge of the base, but it's 1 off of the edge. So 6 hydraulic ramps up, and then 3 hydraulic ramp down. It drops onto a conveyor ramp, just normal conveyor ramp, not the hydraulic ones. The good old classic conveyor ramp. Hydraulic ramp down, just to act like a wall. 2 conveyor walls on the side of it, so it doesn't like fall through the little gap. Then we have a raised mini converter into a rotary upgrader. I've always thought it was called rotatory. It's rotary. But you will have to be coming back to this throughout the setup. I would say once you're done building it, replace this one, as the beams seem to like come off the upgrader if it sits for a long time. So after that rotatory upgrader, we have a basic conveyor, unstable conveyor going back against it just so it doesn't go past the anti-gravity. If it doesn't get hit the first time, it should push it far back enough to hit the upgrade. Well, hit the anti-gravity device part. Anti-gravity is just kind of there. Don't really matter how much this is raised, but if I'm correct, it should be raised by 2 right there. So anti-gravity device, anti-gravity teleporter. Yes, we are using anti-gravity teleporter. I ran out and I needed it. Alright, so then we start our next line. I don't know the best way to show this one off. I guess we can start with the ladders. No, we can start with the helium actually. That would be the best way to show it. So, Helium Blaster, 1 away from the edge of the base and 1 away from the teleporter receiver. Or it's flat up against the portable flamethrower. So, 1 off the edge of the base, flat against the flamethrower. Then, right here I have a walled conveyor, a center conveyor. On both sides of it I have helium blasters, just so it makes sure it's a hit. Then I have 2 ladders, back to back, acting like a wall. Above the helium blasters I have hydraulic ramps down, 2 of them on both sides. You don't really need them. I'm just taking safety precautions, making sure the ore doesn't like fall out, but it's right there. So after that, gravity normalizer. I'm not certain how much it's raised, so let's find out. So aligned up with it, 1 off the edge of the base, raised by how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be raised by 6. If I'm correct. It's kind of hard to tell with all these items here. Yep, it is raised by 6, the anti-gravity line. So, aligned with the ladders, raised by 6. Then we got ourselves atmospheric steamwork. If you don't have the evolution, if you have the if you just have the normal version, you can use that. Just move the line closer this way. If you have the fusion, you can possibly use that, though we are, I think, using virtual enhancer somewhere. I'm not sure. Looking at it, I actually don't think we are. Surprising, I thought for sure I would have had that one. I can probably remove something and place that there. How big is this thing? This is 4. Yeah, whatever. So if you have atmospheric steamwork, go ahead and use that one. Then I have 3 anti-gravity scanners. Then I have the receiver. So the receiver should be sort of aligned with the quantum clockwork beam. That's a little bit of help. So it should be sort of like that, directly above the line. After the anti-gravity stuff, after the landing with the Helium Blasters, we have ourselves an Atlantic Monument. This is the evolution, not the normal version. So, if you have normal, try to get the evolution, as it fits better. That's what I'm using, but if not, you can possibly try to just put a base conveyor after it, or like fill the gap. Then we have a fire crystallized system. I'll show how I'm doing my coal in a second, but let's continue. We have a phase refiner. If you have the evolution, I don't know if you can use it. I don't have space. I was gonna leave space, but I just forgot to. So go ahead and, if you have just the normal non-evolution, use that one, as that's what I built it around. So after that, we have a quantum clockwork, shard park, have ourselves an ultimate conveyor, portal flamethrowers on the side, searing heat, turbine chamber. Then we got ourselves our true overloader device, finally, tropical breeze, catalyzed star, and a molten forge. Alright. So, once again, Atlantic Monument, fire crystallized system, phase refiner, quantum clockwork, shard park, ultimate conveyor, portable flamethrowers, searing heat, turbine chamber, true overload device, tropical breeze, catalyzed star, and molten forge. You should have enough room, if you did properly, to put the centering conveyor right after it. I want 3 of them going this way, so it's not perfectly aligned right here, but it's like 2 conveyors splitting. Then we have, 3 centering conveyors should be right up against the edge of the base, or if you have an executive base size, right up against these walls. Then we have another centering conveyor going this way, conveyor wall on the edge of it. Then we have an ore gate. The reason we have this ore gate is because lunars and then frozen eclipse at the start of the next line. Now, I'm going to tell you this now, if you happen to have the executive game pass, or if you happen to have the void solo island, this setup will be better at night. So if you want to do this, I'd recommend going to one of those 2 islands. You can and if that's the case, you can leave the ore gate open the whole time, but still put it. If not, the ore gate's there, so you can wait till night and then continue through the setup. So after that ore gate, we have ourselves 3 lunar refiners. Then we have ourselves a lightning bolt predictor into a green sender. Alright. We got our coal mines. It's a mess. So here's a fire crystallized system. Right up against it, we have a basic conveyor wall right here. And on this side of it, we have 3 triple coal mine, hydraulic unstable conveyor there, and a hydraulic ramp down. Once again, I'm using hydraulic ramps down, so it does get that 3rd coal from the triple coal mine. So, let's place up as close as I can to it. And after that, I'll start this line now. You can kind of tell this whole line is pushed up against it. So if you have Father Freon, I can tell you it like this. It's right up against the 3 triple coal mines. You can use that as the first item of this line as the starting point. So Father Freon. Then we have ourselves a Frozen Eclipse before that, and 2 portable flamethrowers with the centering conveyor, and then we have the green receiver on the edge of the base. So Father Freon right up against the 3 triple coal mines, perfectly aligned. Frozen Eclipse centering with flamethrowers and green receiver. After Father Freon, it freezes the ores, gets rid of the fire effect, and it makes them frozen, so Frigid Dystopia gets its multiplier as it needs fireproof ore now, which is basically frozen ore. Then we have ourselves an Ancient Colosseum, Igneous Lightning, and this right here is the reason this is a Life 2K Centillion. If I removed it, this could technically be a lower. I wouldn't recommend that, but yeah. So Igneous Lightning is the best one of the Arcane Lightning type variants. So put that there. If you don't have it, you can, if you want to, like, do a few rebirths, possibly get a Slipstream, or if you have a different item, put it there, like an exotic. But if you don't have it, you can, if you want, put the Mystical Thunder or just normal Arcane Lightning. I don't know if it'll fit perfectly. If not, you might have to use filler conveyors. But Igneous Lightning is your best choice. If you do go for a Slipstream, try to go for the Grand Prism. But anyways, for the triple coal mines, I have a basic conveyor right there. Triple coal mine behind it. I have myself a basic conveyor on this side with a hydraulic ramp down with 2 more triple coal mines. Then I have a long line of basic conveyors and triple coal mine. So it's as flat up against the line as I can. So it should be basic conveyor going into the Igneous Lightning processor. Yeah, the Igneous Lightning furnace part. So after that conveyor, I have 5 more basics. Then I have a hydraulic ramp down and triple coal mine all against this line. This might be the hardest, not hardest part, but one of the harder parts. Putting these coal mines is they're placed kind of weird. They happen to just fit perfectly. So basic conveyor going down this way, basic conveyor, hydraulic ramp down, 5 more on this side, hydraulic ramp down, and triple coal mines all up against it. So after that, we got our pizza bombarder, we got a rush upgrader, half conveyor, org magnifier. The reason I have this is because I was using the chirogenic here earlier, but then I moved that into the actual loop at the start, and I needed something to fill this line. So I just want to put that. I think if I want to right now, you can grab our virtual enhancer, see if that fits in replacement. It does. Let's go ahead and remove this. Put the virtual enhancer after ore magnifier. Yeah, that'd be better. Further away from the starting ores. So let me change that to pizza bombarder, ore magnifier, then virtual enhancer. We have brimstone spires. If you don't have it, if you just have Hades Palace, you can use that. It's the same size. It's not going to be as good as an upgrade. There's no guarantee it will make you Centillion. It'll get you close probably, but it is a reasonably sized different upgrade. From, like, if I'm correct, 75 all the way down to 25 from the Hades Palace. So brimstone, if you have it, place it. If you only have Hades, you can't place that as a replacement. So once again, we have 2 center conveyors, not perfectly aligned with this conveyor. It's like 2 splitting it. We have conveyor walls. We got ourselves 4 hydraulic unstable conveyors. Another center conveyor going this way with conveyor walls on both sides of it. Toxic waste disposal, maintenance supporter again. Then we have a deadly spore just in case the maintenance supporter doesn't work. Tesla refeeder finally. Large converter ramp, the one with the little thing on it, with a replicator. 2 raised mini conveyors, orange teleporter center. So, building it, I feel like the best way to do it is put the converter ramp and then the teleporter there, and then put the 2 raised mini conveyors and then the ore replicator. And then you have a little conveyor wall here just to make sure the ore doesn't fall off when it replicates, doesn't get pushed too far back, momentum. Then you have yourselves an ultimate conveyor, a black dwarf, another large converter ramp, same replicator process as before with the teleporter, raised minis, replicator, and wall, another ultimate conveyor, have our final upgrader. Then we have large converter ramp, same replicator thing on the side, and then we have a centering conveyor. Don't use ultimate, use the centering, as it'll help center it more often for the Vulcan Destiny, which is the last item in the setup, the last actual item in the line setup. I didn't really have anywhere to put the Stardust Pulsar. It just happened to fit here perfectly on the side of it, so go ahead and put that if you have it. And like I said earlier, you can use a different furnace if you want. I recommend Dark Illuminator. If you want to use basic conveyor, well, basic furnace like I'm doing, you can. That's the one I'm going to use. I'm probably not going to use a furnace actually. I'm probably just going to use the conveyor wall here and show you the money I get, as this was what I got earlier before I started streaming. Not streaming, recording. Stream too much. Before I started recording, this is the ore value I got. So I'm gonna go ahead and test run the setup once more. Mines are on. If you want to skip this part, you can. It might take a little while. If I remember to edit the video, this part, speed it up, I will. I'm not the best editor, so I might just like upload this video raw as it is, uncut. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a nebula, pulse all the ore on the base, and then test run this. Rip Centillion ore. You will be missed. Alright. So this is the beginning of the setup. I'm gonna hope it works fine. If I'm correct with the blaster loop, so this caps the ore off at Decillion. The blaster loop should, in fact, hopefully, not like use all the ore, but I'd recommend having the ore upgraded to around SXD or SPD. If you want to go down all the way to like 3 ores or something, you can. I'm not saying you can't. I might actually do that myself. But I know some of you don't have the best of blaster luck. So go ahead and like, not necessarily max ore value, but like go a little high up in the 200s if you can. 200 ores. As if you do max ore value, you will in fact have to go back to all the triple coal mines and replace them after you do the blaster loop, since they will no longer drop ore if I'm correct, as that's happened to me earlier. So I'm gonna start the loop now. Hopefully this works. And like I said, you can skip this part if you want to see if I do happen to get Centillion. Hopefully I do. If not, rip. I'm still gonna upload this anyways, as I did in fact get Centillion. You saw that ore. You can't say I didn't get Centillion with this setup. Alright, you got plenty of ore there now. So, if I remember to speed this up, I will. If not, you can sit and enjoy me doing the Centillion run. We are indeed at Centillion. We have E+, and we have Infinite. We have all three that we could have gotten. That's nice. Let me like do this actually. I want to take that screenshot. There we go. We got ourselves Infinite. 2K plus Infinite setup. I can name the thumbnail that. I can name the video. Alright. Anyways, if this video helped you out, please leave a like. And I greatly appreciate it. And subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you next time, probably on a stream, once again, as that's my normal content. Anyways, I'm gonna let the ore through. We got ourselves Infinite. I didn't even have to press it. But there we go. 2K Centillion. I've done it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope this helped you out. And I'll see you next time. Bye.